I figured today would be a good day for a day in the life video, so let's go to work. Do I need to ride the one wheel to work? No. Is it fun? Yes. It's really not that far of a walk to get from the house to the shop, but I like to have the one wheel around so I can go take a ride in the middle of the day and just kind of get out of the shop for a minute. The night run seems to have gone well. The mill is ready now, so I can start thinking about doing some other things around the shop. Right now, this whole business is about keeping the mill and my tumblers running, so let's see what we need to do to make sure that happens for the rest of the day. And it looks like this is the thing that's gonna slow us down if we don't fix it now. These are the carabiner blanks that are ready to go into the machine. Before they can go into the machine, they need to have a tab ground off on the backside here, and then they go into the tumbler for just 90 minutes to knock down any burrs that may keep them from sitting flat in my fixture. Each one of this rows is about a pallet full, and I need to run 4 pallets a day at minimum to keep up my schedule. So I have enough here for about 2.5 pallets, so I need to do, I don't know, a bunch more of these. This process is super quick, and I can do a couple days in the time it takes that first pallet to run. This was about 220 carabiners that I was able to prep, so that'll keep me good for 2.5 days. The next step is to get these in the tumbler to take off these little burrs. But before we get those in, we need to get these parts out. My drain bucket's full, need to empty that. Hi, chicken, chicken. Bark, bark, bark. Look at this. You can see the outline of my car in the frost here, like where the sun's hitting it in the shadow. It perfectly follows the contours of the car. These blanks are gonna tumble for 99 minutes, and then they'll be ready to go in the machine. The finished carabiners that I took out of the tumbler are here in this ultrasonic. Now I need to make sure I have enough sandblasted carabiners to put in these tumblers when they finish with their pre-tumble thingy they're doing now. This is what I have right now. I don't know how many it is, but I don't think it's enough. This is what I have machined at the moment, but not finished. And these just need to go quickly through the sandblaster to knock off these big onion skins. Pretty much as I finished the sandblasting, the mill got done, so I need to reload that and get that started again. I have just under 10 minutes left until the tumblers need to be emptied and then refilled with more carabiners so they can run until tomorrow. So this is a good time to get lunch. What in the world? What is that? Huh.
That was supposed to go with my mom.
I found a lizard.
It was with all the trellises and stuff.
I took longer than 10 minutes to eat. But check this thing out. How cool is this? This is a giant tape dispenser. Paper tape goes in here. Water goes in here, and you can set exactly how long you want your tape to be with this little thing here. So if we want 24 inches of tape, we put that there, lock it down, and then when we pull the handle, it'll only spit out 24 inches of tape for us. The kind of tape I'm using is called a gummed water activated paper tape. So water goes up and soaks in through this sponge here. When you pull it, it pulls the tape through and it wets the bottom of it, just like an envelope. Then you just take your tape, stick it on the box, and you're good to go. It's the same kind of tape that you've seen like Amazon use, and basically every high volume shipper uses that kind of tape, both because it's pretty, it's more environmentally friendly, and it's fast. Oops, and I meant to restart this earlier today. I've been 3D printing these little bins for my new Gridfinity system. These just have little squares that match up the grids here. You can 3D print these base plates, or you can laser cut them like I did. The point of these is you can just stick them in a drawer, and then as you open and close the drawer, your bins won't move around. They'll stay put. The only downside of this system is, of course, it takes hours and hours and hours of 3D printing. My printer will probably be printing these nice little bins for the next month or so. At this point, I'm caught up on all the maintenance tasks and free to work on whatever I need to. I'm gonna start with a little computer work and then probably move to some cleaning and organizing, which I desperately need. So this mess right here is one of the first ones I want to conquer, and I think that grid system I have should work really well for it. All right, that was actually pretty quick and easy. You can tell when you have it all organized, the drawer is almost completely empty. There's so much room for expansion here. I didn't even use all of the boxes that I had printed. Though, to be fair, there's some things that I need to print larger boxes for. Like I didn't have enough room for these 3/8 inch dowels, and I have all of this larger hardware in the back. I can print big boxes for those. And I'll get those big boxes queued up for when this one's done. All right, one of the computer things I worked on was getting my goals set up for 2023. I made them each their little plaque, like this one says make a goals wall. This one's done, and my theory was when I make a goal, I can just take this and go boop, and call it done. That can be my celebration for hitting a goal. So the goals I have listed here are Kickstarters 1 through 4 funded, making my first sale to a physical retail store, making my first sale on Amazon, 52 videos for the new Fusion Tutorials channel, total of 100,000 in my audience between the 2 YouTube channels and Instagram, 100K next year in revenue, having 5 products that are each selling $500 per month themselves organically without me pushing them. And lastly, I want to be ready to hire somebody in 2024. So these are very central in my shop. I walk by them all the time, and I'll always be able to look at them and focus in on those as my guiding light. I took a minute for dinner, and now it's time to record my podcast, Taps and Patience, with my co-host, Harrison from Precision Ingenuity. All right, podcast is done, and it's time for bed. Actually, that's not true. It's time to start one more pallet on the mill, and then I can go to bed. All right, now it's time for bed. Thank you guys for watching. If you want to buy something we make, designtheeverything.com. If you want a carabiner, you can pre-order one at betterkeychains.com. Night. Boop.